What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here to talk about the brand new update version 12.2 that arrived here on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global and Japan. Unfortunately, Japan had a little bit of an extended maintenance period. I don't know why their maintenance period went for so long, but they had some troubles on their end. But Global is up at the correct time, which is awesome to see. Now, when we first logged in, the first things that we could see is there's a bunch of gem packs available. So these gem packs are actually very good. And I know a lot of people are, going to be free to play, or they don't like to spend too much money. But if you are looking to get gems for a pretty good price, these gem packs are actually going to be very good. So there's going to be some rookie gem packs here. One of them actually gives you a legend ticket, which guarantees you one of these characters. These characters aren't amazing overall. Like, there's a couple of good ones in there, to be honest, but obviously they're not like the top tier characters. But they're actually at a very reasonable price. Like, the first one here that's 15 rainbow gems, you can only purchase it one time, but I believe it's like 99 cents US. So it's a very, very good price. And it goes for all of these. You got a 50 gem pack and a 160 gem pack with the legend ticket. I believe in Australian dollars it was around $39, I think, for the 160 gems. Maybe it was a bit more. Either way, it was a really good price for the amount of gems that you're actually receiving. So there is that. There's also the update to the login pack. So what they've done is they have given us back the 54 rainbow gem login pack. So what it is again, 99 cents US gets you a 54 gem pack, but it's one of those ones where you have to log in every single day, and you will be receiving 2 rainbow gems every single day. You get 4 gems upon initial purchase, for totaling up to 54 rainbow gems after 25 days. Again, this is totally worth it for 99 cents. You really cannot go wrong. But what they've done as well is that they've actually given us a second 109 gem login pack. Most players that I speak to do purchase the 109 gem login pack. In Australian dollars, I believe it was around $13, and after 25 days you get a total of 109 rainbow gems, which is a bargain really. But now you can purchase it twice. Now, we don't know if this is going to be a constant moving forward. If that is the case, getting 218 gems for 26 Australian dollars is absurdly cheap. So I'm definitely going to be purchasing these as they come up. But once again, if you're not the type of person that likes to buy a lot of gems in this game, these login packs are a really cost-efficient way to accumulate a lot of rainbow gems, to be honest. Now, they've actually given us the reset of the pirate level achievement packs. Now, when you first log in, they may not appear in your store. However, after completing a few quests, they will eventually appear. Potentially with a level up on your account will also potentially make them appear straight away in the shop. But these packs are dependent and will show up after you reach a certain pyro level. But the thing is that as they become activated, they're only available for 48 hours. But once again, they are very, very cost efficient way to get a lot of rainbow gems. Like the level 50 pack, if you reach pirate level 50, you unlock this gem pack in the shop. It costs, once again, 99 cents US to get 15 rainbow gems. And of course, it goes all the way up to 180 rainbow gems. You get a guaranteed legend ticket as well. Gives you a bit of a rundown in terms of the legends that you can pull as well. But overall, this is again another really good way to get a lot of gems very quickly. And then we can talk about the most exciting stuff here, which is the brand new edition of the Grand Party Pirate Rumble. So with this, they've actually updated some characters, and these characters are going to be giving upgrades for the brand new Grand Party system. So if you have any of these characters are characters you probably want to go ahead and have a look at, just to get a quick rundown in terms of how Grand Party works. Now, as of the recording of this video, Grand Party is not active. If we go to the adventure, we can see on the bottom tab, Pirate Rumble is now split into 2 separate game modes. You've got the generic Pirate Rumble on the left, and then Grand Party on the right. So Grand Party is not active until another 5 days. So we do have quite a lot of time before this is activated here, but of course, when it does go live, we'll be able to record some footage for that, and hopefully we can get a little bit more understanding as to how this actually works. But if we just quickly go over to the setup, this is how it looks. You have to set up 3 separate teams, and you have to also select a leader. Now, in this team, I'm selecting the Quick Final Tap Luffy, and I'll go through why I've selected him as the leader, and I'll give you guys a bit of a rundown as to what actually goes on here. So essentially, you have 3 separate teams, and you go up against an opposing set of 3 teams. So your first team will challenge an opposing enemy's first team, and then you'll have your second team against their second team, and then of course the third team against their third team. And essentially, the first player to reach 2 victories out of the 3 matches will win the overall match of the Grand Party Pirate Rumble. So that's the way that it works, but these new leader functions, the Grand Party Burst and the leader functions, are very, very new to the game. So let's go ahead over to the news post and give you guys a bit of a rundown as to what's going on here, because some of these characters are definitely built better than others. So the first character that I'll talk about is this quick final tap Luffy. So you can see that when you go over to the Pirate Rumble stats, on the right hand side of the screen, there is a brand new button that says GP stats. So when we click that, we have 2 different abilities. We have a GP leader skill and we have a GP burst. So the leader skill is what is activated on all of your teams throughout your Pirate Rumble Grand Party match. So this quick Luffy will give quick teammates speed, HP, and guard up level 6. Strength teammates will get attack, crit percent, and defense level 3. And then free spirit characters receive attack, defense, and speed level 3. So the way that this guy is built is that if you ideally build a quick team, a strength team, and a free spirit team, you're going to be getting boosts from his leader skill on all 3 of your Grand Party teams. So that's the kind of ideology that we kind of understand at the moment in terms of how to build teams in Grand Party. Now, there's also something called the GP Burst, which is like a special activatable skill that you can activate in the middle of the Grand Party match. Now, you can activate these whenever you want, so long as the condition is fulfilled. So you see at the top, the activation requirement for his skill is when 6 enemies are defeated. Now, you can launch it up to 2 times during the quest, but the actual skill gives your entire team level 7 attack for 29 seconds, and then targets 4 enemies for leader base attack times 4 for damage, and then targets 2 teammates with high attack for 100% chance of haste. So this is a very powerful skill, and of course you can activate that twice during the quest, which is very powerful. So overall, I think this is a pretty awesome, it's like a really good base character to work with, because his leader skill works with 3 different squads, and then you have a burst skill that actually does pretty good damage and can provide some more offensive capabilities to your squad. But that is just one example. We have this one here with Goldie Roger, who I think is also very strong. With this guy's GP stuff, with his leader skill, he gives Psi teammates attack HP level 6, and then CT speed up level 3, and then slasher characters get attack defense level 3, and then speed guard up level 6. So this guy provides better statistical increases, but only to 2 types of characters, being Psi characters and slashers. And of course, if a character has both Psi and slasher, then they get both of these skills together, which you can already see there's going to be some crazy overlap to get some very high like statistical increases in the Grand Party. And then his burst skill, in order to activate it, you need to receive 55,000 damage. At this point in time, I don't know how difficult this is going to be in order to activate, but in theory, this skill is insane, as you can do 2,500 fixed damage to all enemies and 100% chance of halving stats for 20 seconds. This halve stats works against all enemies, and it's for 20 seconds. So you can imagine that, you can launch this burst skill whenever you have it activated. You can choose to launch it a little bit later on in the quest. You can get it to activate on battle 1 and just save it until battle 3. You can use it whenever you kind of think you will have the greatest chance of getting the most advantageous effects out of it. So by launching it at the right time, you can halve their stats and then get some of your characters to come in and absolutely demolish the opposing team. So there is a really good chance that this is probably the best skill, at least on paper, this is probably the best skill that I've seen thus far from these burst skills. But the problem is that the activation requirement might be a bit difficult in order to achieve. 55,000 damage to take in Pirate Rumble is very difficult, so I don't know how often that's going to see play. But of course, you've got a whole bunch of other characters here. You've obviously got like the Hybrid Kaido, for example, who doesn't see a lot of play in Pirate Rumble, to be honest. But this guy, with his leader skill, he boosts strength characters, int characters, and powerhouse characters. So ideally, building 3 separate squads with, you know, strength, int, and powerhouse is probably going to be the best way to go. And remember, if you've got like a strength character that is also powerhouse, you get an overlap between those. So you can see where this comes into it. But of course, you need this character to be on one of those 3 teams in order to make them a leader. So you actually have to build with this guy on a team, which is probably not the best because his actual abilities aren't the greatest in Rumble. And then Kaido's burst skill will target 2 enemies with high HP for 6,000 damage, and then your powerhouse teammates get a level 10 attack up for 30 seconds. So this is still pretty good, but again, it only really helps you out. You know, it only really buffs the powerhouse characters, and the attack only targets high HP characters for 6,000 damage, which is fine. At least the condition for it, 9 full attacks, is probably not as difficult as taking 55,000 damage. But that's just it's just it. We don't really know how it's going to work right now. We don't know the perfect synergies. We don't know which characters are going to be the best overall. But I do think that Blue Luffy's a good baseline because he does seem relatively easy to build for. And also do know that the brand new Kinemon Denjiro Ashura Doji Dogstorm character does also have GP skills. I have time traveled to have a look, and he does actually have GP skills. So when we go through the banner breakdown and stuff, we can actually talk about it there. But his skills actually look very good too. So I think that he could have some really good usage in Grand Party as well. So I think that's pretty much about it right now. There actually weren't really a lot of updates with Treasure Cruise with the 12.2 update, aside from the Gem Pack updates and Grand Party. There were a bunch of miscellaneous updates to, you know, just fixing errors and stuff like that. Nothing really too crazy was given, but they did give us a couple of rainbow gems for the errors that they did fix, which was nice of them to do. But overall, I'm just really excited to actually try out the Grand Party, and I'm sure over the next couple of days we'll get some more information regarding the game mode and how it actually works. I'm very, very excited to jump into it. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.